What if there's something in there? That looks like a giant coffin, dude. It's big enough for a body. What was that? Nope.
We reached out to her and, make sure she was okay. And yes, we did.
Hello? Oh! Oh, no, motherfucker. I will.
How would you react if you heard a child laughing in the woods, or woke up to discover a masked stranger had been circling your car? These camping encounters show how quickly a quiet night outdoors can turn frightening. On August 11, 2026, Dee returned to a remote town surrounded by cornfields for another nighttime exploration on Dee's Dark Adventures 2.0, a channel focused on isolated places, unexplained sounds, and strange encounters. She followed an overgrown trail toward an old barn and a historic property she had explored before. But this visit quickly felt different.
Okay. Guys, I cannot believe this field is like... Okay. Guys, I'm going to take a peek and then we're walking up the way here. Oh, look at that. A new placement. That was not here before when I peeked around. Hello. If you're a spirit and you want to talk to me, please talk to my light and I can hear you better. Oh, wow. So this is on... Nope. Dude, that's a little girl giggling. Dude, that just ran chills. Man, that was a little girl laughing. You got me messed up. I don't like that. I swear I heard something over here. How the little girl got right there, I don't know. Dude, that's freaky, man. I hate when they giggle like that. Hello? You want to talk to me? Oh, I hope I caught that. This was another way in. Something is coming in this way. Maybe I didn't go down the path far enough to see. But another thing, look at this. Underneath this tree is all there. Hello? Look at this. It's 2 times the size of me. Look. Yeah, there was an opening. Okay. Okay. That giggle got me. Still trying to learn to move the camera right, so just bear with me here. A lot of you have been complimenting me on the tune. That giggle freaks me out. I don't like it. Movement. Hello? I think I'm going to get some giggles, dude. Or something. I want to see if I hear any talking. I'm going to lay you guys right here just for a minute. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, guys, I'm leaving you here. I got a cat ball. Let's see, where should I leave it? Right about here. It's not that bright. It's an old one that I found in the car. It's been rattled around the car. And I'm leaving you guys here 2 times. I'm probably going to hear it again. I just don't know. But here, I'm going to stand up here behind you guys. Gotta be quiet.
After calling into the woods, Dee suddenly heard what sounded like a child giggling nearby. The sound immediately made her nervous. She later placed a light-up cat ball beside the trail and sang, "Mary Had a Little Lamb," hoping to get another response.
What is that? There's like a shadow. Here we go. I'm going to try to catch it. Oh, maybe it's just the way the thing looks. I don't know. Little girl? Alright. I don't know what she found so dang funny. Is the road. I keep hearing something like, running on a hardwood floor. If that makes any sense. What is this? Whoa! What was that? Okay. I don't know. Hear a man. Sounds like across the street, though, so we can't count that. There's no voices right in here. That's a good climbing tree. Power lines where they would walk. Sorry if you're new here. I talk a lot when I'm nervous. It's what I do to cope for being out here alone. I wonder what this road led up to at one point. This was property. Not most people live right next to the barn, so I have a feeling that that isn't the house down there. That would be the 2 barns that they had. And then up here was the house. So we'll see. Oh, man. I think this is where the house was. This is where the voice should be coming from, if it is a place where the house was. Not many people would park their house right next to a barn. What is that? What if there's something in there? That looks like a giant coffin, dude. It's big enough for a body. I think it's just a pile of something, though. I don't like it. Freaky! Last time we were here, there's mattresses.
Near the remains of an old house, Dee began hearing repeated thumping sounds that reminded her of someone running across a wooden floor. She also found a large, dark, rectangular object that looked like a coffin. As she continued exploring, she noticed movement at the edge of her vision and began feeling as though something was staying close behind her.
I feel like I'm being followed. Well, that's freaking hot. Talk to me. Is that a grunt? Hello? Some just jumped. Some just dropped down. I'm gonna make a howl real quick. Probably shouldn't. I'm walking back. It's a bad idea. What's that smell? That smells like, sewage, rotten. That's what it smells like to me. Well, I just heard a dog bark. I don't know if it's a real dog. Sounds being mimicked by all kinds of things. So I don't know what to trust anymore. All I know is when owls go off, they don't always sound right. That's freaky to me. Hello? It's still over there. I ain't doing it. We're gonna get out of here, guys.
A loud thump suddenly came from nearby. Dee quickly turned toward the trees, and the camera briefly captured an unclear shape among the vegetation. Soon afterward, a strong foul smell appeared, followed by barking dogs and knocking sounds deeper in the woods.
Guys, I got somewhere I'm taking you. In 2 weeks, possibly. How's that raccoon? Ooh, doggy. That puppy scared me. Why did it scream like that? Uh-oh. Did it get hurt? It's like it stepped into a trap or something. I keep hearing like something like that. Oh, I don't know what happened to little raccoonie, but he got. Oh, this sucks. He's sitting back here. This sucks, guys, but I love it. It's just weird. I like to torture myself. It's weird, I know. Don't make sense to a lot of people, but nothing I'm doing or finding is making sense to anybody. What was that? Nope. Oh, bats. I don't want to get a rabies shot, dude. Guys, if you ever get tapped by a bat, you don't think you got bit, still go to the doctor because their bites are so small. And then next thing you know, you can't drink water and you're done for. I heard something, dude. Stick break. Hi. Did you hear that stick break in the gravel that was right behind me? I keep hearing gravel and a stick just broke, but it's not, nothing is there. That's creepy. All right, I'm not going to talk and we're going to listen because that's freaky. Okay, want another stick. Oh, my light's dying. Kill me. Ugh. Something just threw at me. Something just got thrown at me. Come on. My stuff's all around me all of a sudden. Something just got thrown. And I'm hearing noises all over. There's a little lookout. Hello? Because I'm seeing shadows dart everywhere. But I'm not hearing any movement. What is this? Look out, no hunting. Alright, let's take a step up and look. Hello? I hear the rocks again, guys. What am I looking at? Oh, it's a pond. Hello? Oh gosh, look how far it goes, guys. I don't know if there's any way I can do it. Damn. I don't know where all that dust comes from, but the fog is not helping. Can you show me an orb if you're out there? Can't see that far because of the fog. What is that? Guys, there's something walking on the rocks around this building, but there's nothing there. I'm sorry for throwing you around, but you got all the lights. Hello? I'm done. I'm in the corner. I told you I heard movement on the rocks. Something either fell from the top like a nut or that was thrown. Woo!
Dee continued toward an old wooden lookout beside the water. Along the way, she heard gravel moving behind her, a distressed raccoon and branches snapping nearby. Inside the lookout, her equipment picked up unclear voices, breathing, and other strange sounds. Then something struck the roof with a hard impact, which Dee believed may have been a rock. After more movement appeared close behind her, Dee decided she had stayed long enough and quickly headed back toward her vehicle. Several viewers later noticed a faint male voice around that seemed to repeat Dee saying freaky. Others suggested nearby people may have been responding to her calls. Was something following Dee, or was someone hiding nearby and watching her? A man was camping in the woods when he decided to hang a hammock between two trees. He noticed that one of them appeared dead, but it still seemed strong enough to support him. At first, everything went as planned, but shortly after he climbed into the hammock, something went terribly wrong. The dead tree suddenly gave way and fell directly toward him, dragging the hammock down and sending everything rolling down the hillside. The footage ended suddenly after the accident, but the man later confirmed that he was okay. Although some viewers might see the moment as a funny camping mistake, the situation was actually extremely dangerous. The falling tree struck him near the head, and the outcome could have been much worse. After an experience like that, he will probably inspect every tree much more carefully before setting up another hammock. Would you have trusted that tree, or would you have chosen another place to hang the hammock? What began as a quiet camping trip quickly raised a disturbing question: was someone else hiding in the woods? On March 30th, 2024, CJ Faison and his friend Dylan explored New Jersey's Pine Barrens for his YouTube channel, CJ Faison, which focuses on paranormal investigations and remote overnight experiences.
So this trail here in this area is one of the most haunted trails. It's known to be haunted just because of the shadow figures. The lady in the email, she sent a couple of pictures and whatnot, which they're blurry and kind of questionable. No offense to you by any means. If you do still photography on this trail at night, you'll see apparitions and just like some of the weirdest stuff. But 6, 8, 10 feet in front of you, you can literally see a shadow figure move, apparently.
It is.
Oh, you found bones, Dylan. Pick them up.
What the hell?
Oh, that's vertebrae. Yeah. Leg bone over there. But like the craziest part is like you actually be looking at like a human skeleton. You're not kidding. No way, bro. That's a balloon in a tree.
What is those balloons at this damn place?
Dude.
What the hell? What was that?
I have no idea. Alright, there's something up with balloons out here. Like the welcome back thing, all of that, like.
I can tell why this trail's so creepy at night.
What's that?
I can tell why this trail's so creepy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, a random balloon in a tree. That's creepy. Another balloon that... Oh! Damn birds. My goodness. Stupid-ass pigeons. Truly, 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 that is weird. Because that means that balloon would have been somewhere in this vicinity. And it either... That seems to be a little creepy to me, but... I don't know.
Why is there like...
Why is there red painted on that tree and that tree over here? Paint on that one. Paint on that one over there.
The hell is that? It's between the two trees. What's that? That looks like it's standing there. Straight out of us, between the two trees.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. Look, red, red. Look how many, like, it goes way far back. See all the red?
Yeah,
red there.
Like
Red there.
trail?
It's like boom, 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 boom. There's like a little trail right here. There's red on that one there. There's red there. That's weird. Now there's yellow here. Yellow there. This is like a little small trail. Like you could barely even walk through this. Bro, there's got to be a reason why. Like, so you all can understand, like, this trail is really not walkable. Like, at all. I don't know, dude.
Along the trail, they found bones, yellow material, and red and yellow markings leading away from the main path. Still, there was no clear sign that anyone else was nearby.
Dude, it's hard to navigate with these.
Bro, what the fuck? Why are my doors open? What
Get the
actual
fuck out of
bro?
here right now. No way. No fucking way.
Dude, my fucking camera here is everywhere.
Dude, somebody broke into your car.
Dude, what the fuck? Our fucking booking information's in here too. Whoever it is has our fucking contact information now too. Where the fuck? The lens cap? My bag?
Oh, they stole your shit, though.
There's batteries, like... Dude, what
Bro,
the fuck?
oh, they scratched the fuck out of your car, Dylan.
No. Bro, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
God damn it, dude.
What all they steal?
Camera's
Wait,
at least here.
you gotta be somebody around here right now. Hang on. Should I turn my truck off?
I don't know.
They take your apart your camera?
Yeah, like, the lens cap's all the way over there. Like, my lens.
Alright, hang on a second. Let me turn my truck off. Oh shit, I left my door open. I'm a dumbass.
Oh, dude, look at this one. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, dude. Somebody did that on purpose. Wait, something just fell.
Yeah, it's a light cover. What the fuck, though? Like,
Yo, should we check that little cabin thing over there?
a little light outhouse? Fucking love this shit, dude.
Here, you open that up. God damn, how the hell do you hit the back of the toilet like that?
What the fuck is that in front of you?
Where?
In front of you, directly. Something's
What?
reflected off between the trees.
What are you talking about?
Like, straight ahead. You don't see that? Something's reflecting off your light.
Oh, what in the No! Dylan! No way! Yo, it's a chair! That chair lines up correlation with our campsite. Like, watch this, I'm gonna flash lights on my truck. So my truck is way over there.
What the fuck is that?
What? I say we drive around until we find somebody, because I truly do not feel safe just standing out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And the fact that it's literally directly across from my car.
Okay, my truck is way back there. I don't know what to tell you, Dylan. Like, somebody obviously jacked your car. You're lucky they didn't steal it. Oh, Dylan, there's a light. There's a light. There's a light. Just get to the truck. Get to the truck in the car. Wait, is that my smart water? No. I don't know whose it is. Alright, you go through your car real quick and just, like, see. All of a sudden, I don't feel like setting up a tent anymore. I can tell you, like, Dylan's going through his car right now. There's something up with this A on the tree down here, and I'm not sure what it is, but I'm gonna go and see if it's still here. If it's still here, I'll be less creeped out. If this thing is gone, I'm going too. Okay, it's still there on the tree. Do you have everything, Dylan? Wait, what's missing? Your knife is missing? Oh, that's lovely. So now I got a whack job in the woods with a knife.
Everything else is here but my damn knife. I checked every pouch in my bag because it was in my bag. It's not there.
I'm pretty sure he's trying to use it for, like, ill intent.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Look at this. Piece of concrete? Oh, you dropped something.
Yeah, it's my light. It fell off my camera. I just can't, like, keep my hands steady.
Things changed when they returned to Dylan's vehicle. The door was open. Items inside had been moved and scratches were visible outside. As they checked the surroundings, they discovered a metal chair placed between the trees with a view of the campsite. Then Dylan noticed something more serious. His survival knife was gone. From that moment, the situation no longer seemed purely paranormal. Someone could have entered their camp while they were away.
I thought I heard a noise, but I don't know where it came from. It's definitely a head, but I don't know if it was like a head to the right or a head to the left. Hello? Oh! Oh, no, motherfucker! I will. You motherfucker! You motherfucker! You. Ah! What the f? Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, Dylan, there's somebody down there. There's somebody down there, Dylan.
Dude, what is going on?
Fuck this way.
Do you think it's an actual person?
I don't know who. You're in the middle of nowhere. There's no cars around. There's like no way that this could be a person.
I heard it and I thought it was you screaming. I mean, I might have just heard you screaming. What? That makes no damn sense.
What is that noise? What's that music? Where's that coming from? That's behind us. Definitely behind us. That's ice cream truck music, bro. That's ice cream truck music. Who the fuck brings the ice cream truck back here?
I don't know. My spirit said there's a group of us.
There's a group of us? That's what you said?
Yeah.
You can hear like the hum of it coming closer too.
Yeah.
It stopped. Wait, stop. I'm theoretically put this out there. It's 9 o'clock at night. What the f is an ice cream truck going back there? No cell phone service. There's no houses back here.
No. Isn't it too fucking cold for ice cream too?
Wait, it's like 30 degrees outside. I hope I wake up and this is a dream. You're not going to believe this. We were in the woods. There's an ice cream truck in the middle of the damn pine barrens in bumfuck nowhere. I don't care if that ice cream truck was the last person on Earth. It's in the middle of the woods. I'm not dealing with that. But why is an ice cream truck back here?
Later, CJ and Dylan split up while searching the forest. CJ heard movement close by and ran after a disturbing sound came from the darkness. Dylan also said he heard what sounded like a woman screaming. Then came an even stranger moment. Deep in the woods, they began hearing music that reminded them of an ice cream truck. The sound seemed to come from somewhere beyond their lights. Remembering what had happened to the vehicle, they chose not to remain there and drove away. A few days later, CJ and Dylan returned to a different section of the Pine Barrens.
Dude, there is either something paranormal we've never dealt with, but either way, I'm not staying here.
You're not staying the night?
I am not staying at this place, dude. You know
All
me.
right.
I don't bitch out about this. I don't want to leave you like this, but honestly, dude, I'm not staying.
Did you see anybody though?
No, I saw lights. I kept feeling like people were watching me the whole time. It even said eyes on my spirit talker at one point. Something is not normal about this place at all.
I really want to know, am I safe camping here alone tonight if my friend leaves? Like, kind of important for me to know, because if I don't know, I'm telling you right now, if you leave and there's like an ice cream truck or something like that, like I'll be no fucking good.
Dude, they said, I don't know what's going on here.
So it said,
I'm telling you, it's literally trying to get us to feel comfortable, to get us in a vulnerable position.
Dylan eventually ran out of the woods after hearing more unexplained noises. He was clearly uneasy and refused to stay overnight. Around that time, the camera recorded something neither of them seemed to notice. A bright light moved between the trees behind them. Many viewers later focused on that moment, saying it looked like someone nearby was carrying a flashlight.
you're dead ass leaving right now.
I'm dead ass leaving right now.
Okay.
I'm not doing this, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I just
No, I
can't.
get it, dude. I get it.
So, standing right here, it's ready to get your ass soon to leave.
No, I'm just cold, that's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll be honest with everybody here watching this. He's
Tail light's going. I actually cannot believe that he really left.
It's not necessarily something I expected.
So I don't know if I'm going insane or what, but I literally feel like if that was not a real human being walking around my tent, that was the craziest paranormal evidence I think I've ever caught. This is one of those moments where I wish Dylan was here.
Dylan eventually left while CJ decided to stay alone. Not long after the vehicle was gone, CJ started hearing movement around his tent. Footsteps and breaking branches seemed to shift through the darkness outside. His REM pod also went off several times. Alone inside the tent with no clear view beyond it, CJ could only listen as the noises continued. At one point, the camera even picked up what sounded like quicker movement outside. Some of the sounds may have been wildlife, while the markings on the trees could have ordinary explanations. But the disturbed vehicle missing knife and moving light make the possibility of another person nearby hard to ignore. So was CJ dealing with something unexplained in the forest? Or was a real person secretly following them through the Pine Barrens? YouTuber Creepy Travels spent the night camping in his car in a remote part of the Appalachian Mountains, the same area where he had been robbed before. Soon after arriving, he began hearing distant voices and unexplained sounds coming through the woods. As the night continued, he said the darkness felt unusually intense, and even his strongest flashlights could not light the forest as well as usual. After walking through the woods, he returned toward his vehicle. He could still hear people talking and making strange noises somewhere in the darkness. Later, while sitting inside the car, something appeared to hit the vehicle.
I just heard a female. That's the first time I heard a female this whole time. Making me wonder about skinwalkers, but see y'all at 3.
He eventually tried to sleep, but while he rested, his camera recorded something disturbing. A masked person quietly approached the car and stayed nearby. The camera showed him lingering around the vehicle while the camper remained unaware inside. At one point, the figure reached inside and touched him while he slept. Then a loud bang suddenly woke him. He grabbed his flashlight and searched around the car but found no one. He could only hear the same distant voices from the woods. What he did not know was that his camera had captured something even stranger. While he aimed his flashlight toward the passenger side, a hand could be seen pressed against the rear window. Seconds later, as he looked beneath the vehicle, someone appeared to be standing on the opposite side. He had no idea this had been recorded. Only after reviewing footage from a second camera did he realize the masked figure had been moving around his vehicle throughout the night, even crouching down to avoid being seen. Before sunrise, he woke up, checked outside, packed his campsite, and left safely. Was this person only trying to frighten him, or do you think the masked figure had a more serious reason for staying near his car? In June 2026, Full Draw Outdoors uploaded a disturbing video to YouTube that later unsettled millions of viewers online. The channel is operated by an experienced outdoorsman who regularly takes his audience into remote wilderness areas, especially while hunting invasive Burmese pythons and alligators around the Florida Everglades. On this particular night, he and his crew were traveling across the water during what was supposed to be a normal outing. Their plan was simple: They expected a quiet night of bow fishing in a remote, completely dark area near a boat ramp. But while moving across the water, they suddenly noticed something unusual near the shoreline. It was not an alligator or any of the wildlife they normally encountered. Instead, they saw a woman standing chest deep in the lake. She remained completely still in total darkness. The footage immediately raised questions online. Even by Florida standards, finding someone standing chest deep in dark water late at night seemed extremely unusual. Many people familiar with the region also associated nighttime waters with the danger of large alligators, making the scene appear even more alarming. The clip quickly spread across social media, where viewers offered countless explanations. Some connected the scene to disturbing local legends or paranormal activity. Others believed it could have been an elaborate prank. But one theory attracted far more attention than the others. Some viewers became convinced the woman might be connected to a widely discussed missing person case from Kansas involving a mother who had disappeared with her 6-week-old baby. As speculation continued to grow and concern increased, the creator eventually uploaded another video to explain what had actually happened.
A lot of people have been asking about the lady in the lake. Several people asked if it was in Arkansas or Kansas, either or. They were concerned that it might have been a woman that went missing with her child. I did let them know that it wasn't out there. So yeah, we were out there that night. We were out bow fishing. We had already went by that place, and that's when we noticed that that woman was in the lake. We didn't notice anybody else with her, and a lot of people were asking if we reached out to her and, you know, make sure she was okay. And yes, we did. Woman out there in the middle of nowhere, pitch dark. So we did ask her if she was okay, but she never replied back to us. She never acknowledged us, anything. All she did was just slowly turned her away from us. Just kept looking away. We just left her alone. We tried to help her out, so we let her be.
He said the crew had tried calling to the woman several times before they began filming. She never answered or acknowledged them. Instead, she slowly turned away. They also checked the shoreline but could not see tents, campfires, or anyone else nearby. That explanation led viewers toward other possibilities. Some wondered whether the woman could have been experiencing a serious personal crisis, extreme intoxication, confusion, or sleepwalking. Whatever the explanation, her lack of response made the situation feel deeply concerning. As the crew continued toward the boat ramp, they watched her remain completely motionless in the water for another 10 minutes. Eventually, their boat moved farther away until the darkness completely hid her from view. The creator later responded to another major concern raised by viewers. Although many Florida waterways are associated with alligators, he clarified that this particular body of water did not contain them. Even without that danger, the sight of a silent woman standing alone in a pitch-black lake remained difficult to explain and became one of the channel's strangest recorded encounters. So, what do you think was happening that night? Was there a simple explanation for her behavior, or was the crew right to find the situation deeply unsettling? In early May 2026, a creator named Fabio uploaded a frightening video to his YouTube channel, Manaslu Maniac. The footage follows Fabio and his friends Toby and Benny as they travel into Austria's rugged Stubai Alps for a demanding high-altitude climb. Their goal was to reach a 2,700-meter peak as part of a well-known mountain challenge. But as they moved higher, the expedition suddenly became far more dangerous than any of them expected.
Hilf mir, hilf mir! Hilf mir! Ihr müsst jetzt! Ihr müsst! Ihr müsst! Ihr müsst! Nein, der geht nicht! Ich muss runter!
Shortly before everything went wrong, the group reached the most difficult section of the route directly in front of them. Ahead of them was a steep, highly exposed passage covered with loose and unstable rock. They stopped at the edge and considered whether they should cross it or look for another route around the section. In the end, they chose to continue and carefully started working their way across the narrow ledge. As Fabio moved through the exposed section, the situation quickly deteriorated. Rocks he tried to grab broke apart in his hands while other possible handholds came loose one after another. Panic began to build as he realized he was trapped above a sheer drop with no obvious way forward or back.
Ja, willst du noch mehr Druck machen? Noch mehr? Oder hast du's? Ich habe eure Message verstanden. Okay, warte. Alles lose, Mann! Oh, Mann! Warum ist der auch lose? Fuck! Kann ich hier nichts reingreifen, Mann? Sagt er, so endet mein Leben?
Fabio's strength was fading and he desperately searched for anything solid enough to hold, but the rock kept crumbling between his fingers. Nearby, Toby and Benny tried to guide him, calling out where he should move and where to place his feet. With almost nothing stable left to hold on to, the situation reached its most dangerous point. Fabio lost his footing and began sliding down the steep slope below him.
Du stirbst nicht hier. Du stirbst nicht hier. Viele Leute würden hier sterben, du nicht. Hilf mir, hilf mir! Hilf mir! Ihr müsst jetzt! Ihr müsst! Ihr müsst! Ihr müsst! Nein, der geht nicht! Los, los, los! Ich bin in der Zone. Beruhig dich, beruhig dich.
The instant he lost control, his friends reacted and managed to pull him back before he went farther. Once he was safely on solid ground, the seriousness of the moment became clear. Fabio's legs were shaking from the rush of adrenaline. He sat down in shock while his scrapes were treated and bandaged, trying to process how close he had come to a potentially fatal fall on the exposed ledge. At that point, turning around and ending the climb would have been understandable. But only about 30 minutes after the incident, the group made the surprising choice to continue. Despite the shock of what had happened, they pushed on and eventually reached the summit they had originally set out to climb. Later, Fabio reflected on what the experience had felt like. In a moment when he was hanging on with one arm, everything else disappeared from his mind and survival became his only focus. Do you think continuing to the summit after such a close call showed determination, or should the group have turned back once Fabio was safe? The first video comes from JT After Dark, a solo investigator who spends his nights exploring places most people would rather avoid. His channel takes viewers into the Appalachian Mountains in search of cryptids, ghosts, and other unexplained activity. This footage was recorded on July 27, 2026 in Pisgah National Forest, North Carolina.
What's up, guys? It's JT After Dark, and welcome to the Appalachian Mountains. Today, we're going to be hiking the infamous Witches Trail to get to an old Appalachian homestead to see whatever paranormal activity we can discover. The things down in the Appalachian Mountains are no joke.
Get into the history about this place. This place is a very interesting, everything can be scary. This place is over 500 million years old, the oldest mountain range in the world. Witches, different folklore, a lot of stuff like that. One of the things that actually happened in the Appalachian Mountains is 7 hikers went missing. These 7 hikers were walking in the woods and they got lost. A rescue team found them. They found 8 heat signatures and not 7.
Night quickly settled over the mountains as heavy rain reduced visibility. While moving along the overgrown trail, JT began hearing footsteps directly behind him. Then he noticed something ahead. A lone figure appeared to be standing among the trees with no visible light or equipment. JT immediately turned around, choosing to protect his gear and leave the area.
Let's start with the REM pod. I think that's a good idea. This is a REM pod. Anything that comes near it will cause it to go off. It also has an antenna to detect the spirits. Let's see what happens. Just to let you know, I do this all real. This is everything I'm doing is real, and I'm not gonna fake any videos. So So what you do is you turn it on, just like that. As you can see, it's gonna go off like that. Anything that comes in range of this thing will go off. Screw the antenna in, going off. Setting the rim range once I turn it on, like this. You click it 4 times until it hits green. I put it right here. Ask it a few questions, and then we're out of here. Then we gotta do a few other devices. So, if anybody's here, go up to the REM pod. By tapping on it, giving me a sign. If anybody is here, do what you just did again. Come up to the REM pod and simply touch it. Simply touch it. Touch the antenna. I am a very respectful person. Everybody. I'm a very nice person. I don't know how. You're a ghost. Okay, while it's pointing at that so you guys can see it, I'm not doing anything to it. I'm going to bring out a device.
Later, JT returned to the old stone ruins and set up a REM pod and spirit box. He stayed calm and patient while trying to make contact. At first, neither device gave him anything unusual. The spirit box remained silent and the REM pod showed no activity. JT then moved closer to a stone chimney that was said to be around 100 years old. That was when something changed. A voice suddenly came from the darkness itself rather than through his equipment. It sounded like a clear, "Hey!" Almost immediately afterward, his GoPro shut off. It did not appear to be a normal low battery warning. The camera simply stopped working. Shaken by the sudden voice and equipment failure, JT decided to pack up and leave the ruins. He later said he planned to return with a different approach, but the encounter clearly left an impression on him. Do you think the voice came from someone hidden nearby? Or did JT capture something he still cannot explain? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.